Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this second day of this year Congress. I'm glad to open this second day of works together with Diego de Biasio, EVN Vice President and CEO of Technopork, our UBIC in Luxembourg, and Robin Holt, Visual Harvester. You will hear in a while why he's here and how you can connect with him throughout the day. Yesterday, we set somehow the scene. We've heard about the exemplary initiatives that some of our UBICs have put forward last year, the performances that we reached as a community, and we also tested a sort of new formats for Congress to try to generate discussion, to challenge ourselves and to imagine how we would like to be in the future, the community that we would like to be, what are the tools that we need in order to better serve the community, the European community of innovators and entrepreneurs. And because of these new formats that we set, we have a new friend on board, indeed, Robin Holt, that I think wants to recap in a very creative way what we have discussed yesterday. Right, Robin?
Yes, right, Laura. Good morning, everybody. My name is Robin, as you just said, and I am the visual harvester of this event. So I'm really trying to get the broader image of what we are doing here. And I already started yesterday. And I would like to show you already what I've been doing. And there will be other sessions throughout the day where we can connect and see what is emerging in this Emerging Futures Congress. So let me just quickly share my screen with you. You should be able to see it now. And yeah, maybe let's just sink into this image. It's quite complex. You see it's being done in the colors of this event. And I think that already shows something of the spirit of this event, because for me, drawing with those colors was just really innovative. And, you know, it has this galaxy style and feels really modern and, yeah, onto something. And I really reserved some space here because there was already something happening yesterday, but I think there are lots of interesting sessions happening today. So that's what will be happening here. And also a bigger synthesis that I was planning to put in the middle. But let me just guide you through what happened so far and also how to read this image. So if we start up here, of course, we have the EBN Congress. We have the narrative, I think, of being in crisis, of many crises at the moment, and maybe having innovation as a solution to that. And we had a first keynote already on this subject, and especially on the topic of what new corporations and partnerships do we need for innovation. Talking a lot about digital skills, the cloud skill gap, and how we can really train startups to increase their digital skills and how to deal with the challenges of today. And then our first workshop down here where we released the UE-BIC impact report, but also had this really interesting workshop happening here where we talked about the emerging future. And I think this is really flowing into the larger image already, speaking about the cone of possibilities. And I really got a feeling already what we are doing here. And then just lastly, there was another keynote, and I think it really showed how interconnected this field is, because the keynote speaker was really mentioning all the different aspects that are important. And I really want to highlight this message down here, which says we need to strengthen an interconnected ecosystem. Innovation does not happen in isolation. So that's also one of the key insights that I had already in the first day. But as I said, I'm leaving a lot of space, especially here in the middle, And the idea is really to co-create this image. So I want to invite you in the networking session later. You can see it if you just click on my speaker symbol, or in the workshops later, to connect and to talk together about the emerging image, because that's what I'm really passionate about, right? Not to just draw my own thing, but to open a wider discussion and to see what is emerging here and what is really the inside of our event. Yes, so that's the image. I'm going to stop my screen sharing now. And yeah, as I said, feel free to connect to me. There are different sessions. And of course, in the end, we will have a collective view of the whole image in the end to see what has happened and how to move on from here. And I'm really looking forward to that. Back to you, Laura.
Thank you very much, Robin. And I'll be looking forward to that as well. I believe we are going to meet the two of us again at the closing, where we are going to show the full picture, where everybody hopefully would have contributed. And I think you really mentioned something that is really important, that is somehow in the DNA of our community, interconnected ecosystem, interconnected partners, and collaboration. As you all said, as also our keynote speaker said yesterday, innovation does not happen in isolation, and that's here what we are trying to avoid in EBN. Yesterday we challenged, we imagined, and today is probably the day where we start to act, or at least to know what we need to act towards Congress 2022, but as well on a longer term, vision. So I would like to ask you, Diego, what are you thinking about this year Congress, and as well, even more interestingly, what are you hoping to be your takeaways after today's discussion?
Yeah, thank you, Laura. Good morning, everybody. It's really a pleasure to be here also in Brussels. I think it's one of my first physical events again, even if the whole Congress is still online. Yes, thank you also, Robin, for your resume of what happened yesterday. It's very interesting also to see it in a drawing and all the takeaways that you had as an external person. I must confess, I know that digital or online events can bring some great advantages in terms of efficiency and also logistics when it goes about organizing such events. But I'm really looking forward to also have you again physically at the annual Congress in 2022 here in Brussels. I think a lot of great ideas of connections and innovations can also happen in informal discussions and at the coffee machine, like we used to say also in our business and innovation centers on a day-to-day basis. So what I'm looking forward today is actually the program is really rich. If I compare to last year, I think last year we had some topics around how the pandemic had impacted the big business model and also the services, how we had to react. It was more a kind of pessimistic Congress in a way, because we came out of the crisis. I'm already feeling a little bit more optimistic approaches this year, looking forward to the future, looking more forward to what we can shape in terms of innovation and also new business models that we could actually implement within our organizations as such. So I think if you look at the program today, the first panel will discuss some of the mega trends that impact some of the regions in our networks. It will also talk about the importance of being connected globally to face some of the challenges. And I think this is a panel where I'm looking forward also to see what the experiences are from other regions and other members of the network. The second panel is more on a case study basis around business models that have been newly implemented by some of our members. And then throughout the day, you will have some specific action groups, kind of workshops, I think, around very vertical topics like agro-food, sustainable energy, or trust and internet also, yes, just to name a few of them, I think. But the list is longer, and you will see it on the program. I think you can scroll the whole agenda and then also jump in the sessions that you prefer and are more related to. I'm definitely looking forward at the end, so stay also until the end, because I think what Robin was mentioning, the workshop that has been taking off yesterday in terms of visioning the future of EBN, the community, and how we want to shape that over the next years, is an exercise which I think has never been done like this in a Congress. So I'm looking forward to see what the conclusions will be about that exercise, and also what we can actually take away and implement at the local level afterwards to be able to contribute to that global objective. So enjoy the day, and feel free to contact us during the day also if you have questions. And looking forward to see you, as I said, physically next year.
Thank you very much, Diego. Thanks again, Robin. Without any further delay, really enjoy the Congress, contribute to the discussion. I'll meet you again at the end of the Congress to see really what we can do to become the community of the future. Thank you. Have a great day.